said that, you know, you'll be headlining in London. You said you'd do that again after beating Lucas Brown at the O2. Bit of a come down for you, the Copper Box, after headlining at the O2, you know, but you're here. Looking forward to the fight. Surprised that you're here as well? I think your comments after the fight were kind of leaning towards you don't think he should take this fight, and wasn't sure if he would.
Yeah, I was surprised to be headlining the show again, to be honest. Yeah, I couldn't believe I headlined the first one. This is probably more shocking, to be honest. So yeah, I'm glad to be here, I'm grateful to be here. Thanks to probably Johnny first of all, giving me the opportunity for the Saudi fight. I took that with both hands. And now we're back again, yeah. So I told him after the fight I probably wouldn't do it again so soon. I don't think 4 or 5 months is enough to bridge the gap in beating me comfortably. I've not really had a proper fight for 6 years. And as soon as I can gym off the fight, I felt great. So I feel all emotional again. I feel ambitious. I feel like a different man. I feel like a young kid again, but this time I've got a brain. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. I fully expect to win. Yeah.
Did that fight give you the belief maybe that you didn't have? I mean, going back to the second half of that fight, do you have any regrets about not putting your foot down on the pedal a little bit more? I know you were tired.
My foot was down. Yeah, I couldn't do anything down. My foot was on the floor. Yeah, I was knackered. So, no, there's no excuses. You know, I put him over in the 5th. I tried to finish it, probably tried too hard, really. With my experience, I probably should have given myself a bit more. I probably could have finished it, but you get excited. You know, I was in Saudi Arabia about to knock this kid out. I thought, wow, let's get it done now. So I've got no regrets. It was what it was. He did amazing well to tough it out and saw the final bell. And people like the decision that I watched it back and thought I won the fight, but the fella hung in there until he gave himself that chance to get the decision which he got. So it is what it is. When the decision was announced, I'm not going to get irritated by it because it's out of my hands. And I know I'll get an opportunity every time he look after me, regardless of official or not. So it's not for me to worry about. So we do it again. The first fight's been and gone, and we'll see what happens the next time.
I know that you definitely enjoyed your horses over the years, and I know you understand the odds markets and the betting markets. When you're laying a line for this fight, is Dave Allen the favourite going into the rematch?
It's difficult, you know, because I've tried to look at it. I've tried to look at it myself. How would I price this up? What do I think about it if I'm looking at? I always try and look at things from the outside looking in. I've got a YouTube channel, David the White Rhino Boxing. So yeah, I always try and look at things. It's like Tyson Fury got Sean McDermott a long time ago. John McDermott, everyone thought he won the first fight. Tyson came back and stopped him. There's a lot of young kids take a lot from the first fight and improve past the old man in the second. I just don't become an old man yet, really. I'm probably looking than Johnny as well. So, do you know what I mean? So I think I've got loads left in the locker. And I fully expect to win, but I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. Hello, Betty. Me and Johnny could box 10 times. I think it'd be 10 good fights, and I think it'd be close fights. Yeah, I know. I'm not a superstar, but I don't think this fella is, at least not yet. So we're going to have another good fight, probably a close fight. We'll probably win the fight the candidate, yeah.
When he fought Alan Babbage at the Copper Box, there was about 6,000 there. This time, obviously, there'll be the full 7 and a bit, whatever it is. The atmosphere was good in Saudi, but obviously it was early on in the night. Are you excited? I mean, the atmosphere for this fight is going to be absolutely mental at the Copper Box. Are you excited to fight in that kind of cauldron as well? Do you think that will change anything in the fight?
Not really, no. It doesn't really bother me. I've been doing this game a long time. The first time, what I've done on White at Leeds Arena once, and that I did shit myself at the time. That was a great experience. But I mean, I boxed White and all teams. What was all the best? I went to France, I watched Tony Oak as a Frenchman. I couldn't believe that. I thought the French would be quiet, but it didn't matter that. So I realised the sport being heavily in Johnny's favour, but realistically, I don't care. It's a boxing match, so the best man will win, and that's all it comes down to.
Finally, I know you've been up, down, up, down, up, down in your career, 10 weeks out, headlining in London, huge fight, excited for Camden, fully confident you win in style this time.
I wouldn't say I'm excited for camp. I'm not that excited really. It's hard work, isn't it? Nigel Travis for 10 weeks. Yeah, it's going to be fun. But no, obviously with Jamie and Nige, it's just changed things completely. I don't wish I went there really, because my life would be completely different, but I wish, you know, I've got my kids, obviously they're here today, I wanted to bring them, and my life's completely different now. I enjoy everything now, so yeah, we've been training hard for 10 weeks, and I firmly believe I win the fight. Yeah, I'm not really one for being overly confident, but I think I win the fight, yeah.
My final question to you, I know you manage fighters.
Yeah.
You're in the reverse role, you're managing Johnny Fisher. Do you take this fight?
Well, it's too late now, somewhere there, so it is what it is. It will be a hell of a fight, because we're evenly matched. We are evenly matched. It's going to depend on how he takes it. If he comes to box, I make him probably a 10 to 11 shot. If he comes to fight, he's 1,000,000 to 1. So we'll see what happens.
John, 1,000,000 to 1 if you come to fight. I know that you two are never going to fall out, but it was friendly first time around, and a lot to prove this time. Some criticism as well for the first time in your career. A massive night ahead at the Copper Box May 17th.
Thank you everyone for being here and covering this event. We appreciate it, and yeah, I was nice and good up to the first one. I'm always going to be respectful. I'm always going to be a sportsman, but I can't be lulled into that this time. Last time I probably was lulled into that a little bit, and at the end of the day, it's two men going to try and render each other unconscious, so I've got to be fully switched on. Was I fully on that 110% mark like I was for my fights previously? Subconsciously, probably not. And I paid the price in. Yes, I won the fight. I believe I won the fight. But it was closer than I wanted to be, and it won't be that way this time.
What you've always had throughout your whole career doesn't change, is incredible support, but probably for the first time you faced a controversial decision where people have mixed opinions, and you got some stick, you got some criticism. Did that surprise you, or how did that make you feel at the time?
Not really, because that's the nature of human beings. That's the nature of the sport of boxing. If you buy a nice new car, people say, oh, look at that fresh boy, he's got a new car. If you buy a new dog, people have a go at you for that. If you put a deposit on the house, people have a go at you for that. So whatever you do in life, if you start making your way, you're going to get people who are trying to discredit you. I have no dispute or argument with people who score it close to the edge of today, because that's their opinion. But when things go hysterical, that's when you can't pay any attention. And the only people I need to pay attention to is my trainer to the right of me, Jimmy Tibbs, Sonny Cannon, and my mum and dad, because they know me better than anyone else.
When you finished the fight, I mean, you were both exhausted. I know you had a badly damaged ear in the fight as well. You went to hospital. At what time do you start thinking about running it back? For me as a promoter, the first thing I'm thinking when you two get out of the ring is this rematch is massive. I know as a fighter, you've also got Mark, you've got Adam, you've got your dad, everybody's got to come together. But when you see that criticism, when you see that bit of controversy, for yourself and in your mind, I've kind of got the impression you always feel that the rematch was next.
Every night from when I went to bed after that fight, I thought about it. And I didn't make a rash decision. I let it stew in my mind, let it fester, let it breathe, let it be what it is. Spoke to Adam, spoke to Mark, spoke to my dad. And it's when I spoke to my dad, we was having dinner, and I said, I can't be a real man if I don't come back and run this fight back, because I know I can do it a lot better. And I know I can do a better job of it. And we've got to give the people what we want as professional heavyweight boxers. People want to see bloodthirsty fights like that. And I'm ready to do it all again, because that's what I'm trained to do, that's what I was born to do.
When you talk about that experience that you had in Riyadh as well, obviously as a fighter you don't really want to go there too often, but you did. You come through the other side, you showed fantastic mental as well. Yeah. You feel yourself now back in the gym, as Mark said, just a different kind of fighter already with that kind of experience?
I do, and I've got to say, in that situation I was on wobbly legs, my balance was gone. From the sort of round 2, round 3, I thought that shot my ear off, and we've never really had before. And I know if I had someone in that position, they'd be gone within 30 seconds. So if you can't get me out there when I'm like that, there's going to be absolutely no chance, but I'm firing from all cylinders until this time.
Dave says that if you come to box, you're an even money favourite. If you come to fight, you're 1,000 or 1,000,000 to 1 on. But got to be smart in there. But we still expect Johnny Fisher, as we know him, which is if you get the opportunity, you try and close the show.
Well, I had no base in that fight from the knockdown, and I thought I didn't, it was just instinct. I was fighting back. I actually won the rest of that round. In round 5, I came down. As Dave said, we both shattered at the end of that round. And yeah, it wasn't a million to 1 there because I got to the final bell. And it would be a completely different story this time. I can fight and I can box, and I'm going to marry both up and do both at the same time.
Saudi, an incredible experience for everybody. It was a great atmosphere, but it's not the same as what we will see on May 17th at the Copper Box. The Babbage fight was wild. This is going to be on another level. Looking forward to that ring walk and that atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely being in Saudi Arabia, the hospitality was great. We had a great experience over there to be on such an iconic card. But there is nothing like fighting in front of the British boxing public. And my army, the Romford army, is unique as well. People come from all over the country, all over Europe, and it'll be absolutely rocking in there. And I can say it won't have an effect on me, and it won't, but it won't, and it won't play into the fight that lifts me. I've had it since my full fight, being at Ali Pali in the O2, and it does give me another semblance of strength, and I've got that army of people behind me.
West Ham.
Stratford.
It's East London.
It's our home.
Amateur debut there.
Yeah. It's our spiritual home. East London, where my dad's roots are, my family brought up there. It feels like home when I'm in that area, so I believe in God and really with me on that night.
Well, thanks, John. And before we break for a head-to-head, just want to get a couple of words. I know that it's always a case of we'll see on the night and any means necessary, but I always ask this question, and I just appreciate the honesty in your heart of hearts. Jamie, obviously you're backing your man. How do you expect him to win? You believe he wins this fight inside the distance in your heart on May 17th?
I think he can. I think, you know, he proved that he can hurt him last time. His engine will be better this time. So regardless of whether it's by stoppage or on points, which, you know, before that fight, I would have said Dave will have to knock him out. But now I can see his engine's building and he can win it on points, so I might knock him.
And Mark, I know that this man's got a great chin as well. You've got to have your man to be smart here as well, but confident that he can do it inside the distance as well?
I'm very confident Johnny's going to do a vicious, spiteful job in breaking Adam down, David down. Vicious. Plenty of life. No one, there's only one man that's going to get off balance, and that's Dave Allen.
Dave, in your heart of hearts, and I know, you might say, ask me on the day.
Yeah,
but when you watch this fight, do you win inside the distance?
It's a long way away, to be honest. 70 years away. I've got to go and train hard. I've got to get up on the get out of bed the right side that day. I think I'm just a better fighter. To be honest, I've been doing this a long time. National champion, sparring partners to all the world champions for the last 10-15 years. Box everybody. And I've got a bit in my body, like I've been a good fighter for a long time, and everyone, I've kind of been a laughing stock, and it's like, I got to a point that I don't like that. So yeah, I will win the fight 1,000,000%. I'll knock him out as well. Don't come from a bad place. It's sport, but I'm on a different level completely.
Johnny, is it by any means necessary, or would you love to close the show in front of a sold-out Copper Box May 17th?
That's always what I'll be looking for, and if it's there, I'll try and take it. But there's one difference in this fight. I'm willing to leave it all in that ring and get flattened on the floor. We've seen before that Dave's willing to go back to the corner, quit in the corner. I'm willing to leave every single ounce of my body in that ring.
May 17th, there'll be an announcement shortly for the full card. It's going to be a completely random Copper Box on May 17th. I just want to say, you're two good guys, and I want to say thank you for taking this fight. I know there was easier options, but at the end of the day, these are the fights that we want to see. We should be running this back, and the British boxing public will benefit from a great night on May 17th, live on Dazn around the world. It's a fantastic time for boxing. We were sold out in Belfast last week for an incredible night. We'll be sold out for Ben Eubank, sold out for Sheffield for Dalton Smith and Josh Warrington and Padley, and May 17th will be another sellout at the Copper Box. We're going to face these guys. Thanks for coming. Look forward to a hell of a night.